stories.
We are so happy this morning to have a newcomer to Chattanooga, but not a newcomer to the mission that he holds so very dear to his heart. The he is Major Doug McClure with the Salvation Army. He was in the area once before down in Dalton, right? You
Yes,
and your wife. You went out west for a while, now you're back. So nice to see you.
It's good to be back. We love this area, and it's just a great opportunity to be able to serve people.
So you and I have been complimenting each other a little bit this morning, and I
Of
told
course.
you my daughter got married this weekend, and he very kindly said, oh, you don't look old enough to have a daughter who's gotten married. Then I mentioned to you, how long have you been with the Salvation Army? And I said to you, you don't look old enough to have done it. 21 years.
Yes, I tell people all the time, I try to act immature, so it just kind of keeps me younger than what I really am. But yeah, 21 years of service, 18 of those were in Georgia. And then we moved out west, as you mentioned before, in Oklahoma, and now we're back here in the Tennessee Valley area, and we're excited to be here.
So the timing was good for us to talk because kids around here are about to head back to school. They don't want to hear that, but they're about to go.
Absolutely.
So on Friday, y'all are having a back to school bash where you're looking for not only the fun of the night, but also supplies to help the teachers and the kids. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a great program. We have a community center there on 28th Avenue right there in the East Lake area. And all summer long, they've been doing a day camp program that's been open to children in the area. So to get them ready for school, and as we know, they don't want to go back, but they need to go back. So to get them ready for school, we're going to provide backpacks and those basic items sometimes I think that some of us might take for granted, that just assume they magically show up on that first morning, that some parents are really struggling to get together. So we're going to have that event there at the East Lake location.
This is my first year to not be buying school supplies. My younger
You're lucky.
My younger one heads off to college. You are correct, I am lucky because I was walking into a local store the other day and that's all you see, all the back to school stuff. And it can be very expensive if you have a lot of children to buy everything. It's a lot of money.
It is quite a process, and the thing that we struggle with a lot is that people want to get certain things, and you want to get it as efficiently, as cheaply as possible, but yet you want your child to have the same things that the kid sitting next to them have.
That's right.
So these kind of drives, these kind of things provide those things that people might not necessarily order or might not necessarily be able to afford for their own kids, but somebody can provide for them. So it just gives them an opportunity to have that same level of, let's call it dignity, that same level of respect, that same level. We want to get that school year started out in the right way. So that's what this event's all about. Okay,
you also you're kind of keeping your thumb on all different parts of the community and what they need. So the kids are covered with the back to school bash. It's hot, it's very, very hot, and we've got more heat to come. Y'all have long been known for being able to give out fans and help with cooling and heating costs. So you're doing that too?
Oh yes, ma'am. We've been collecting fans, bottled water, those hydration supplies. They're really necessary, especially for our homeless neighbors. Not only at our McCauley Avenue location, but also in Cleveland. And also we have a mobile unit that's been going out to some of our homeless areas and providing some of these items directly to the people that really need them. So we're kind of stationary but mobile at the same time.
It's always interesting to me to kind of hear how somebody comes into their line of work, and so I had asked you the same question. He's a musician in his heart, and ironically, brass instruments, which is pretty perfect. But you felt this calling when you were in college.
Yeah, it's interesting when you go through life and you just feel this, there's an emptiness, there's a place in your heart that's not full. And when I realized that was where God wanted me to be and where God really saw me moving in direction, it just kind of clicked, and you feel that audible click as your life moves in that direction. And there I've met my wife, we have 4 children, and now we're here in the Chattanooga area, really excited to be a part of what's happening around here.
Well, I have conversations with friends often these days about how when you find a way to use your life in the way that's truly authentic for you, everyone's life kind of becomes a ministry in a way. So if people are looking for a way to be able to give back and do some good, you can use your talents to help them give back as well.
Absolutely. I really believe that God's given us all a unique presence and a unique calling in our lives. And whether that's helping out somebody else, whether that's serving in a volunteer organization, whether that's providing resources to somebody that might not have them, I believe that we can all use what we're being given to support other people.
Yep. Great to see you, and welcome back to town.
Thank you so much.
Stick around for a while, will you?
Better believe it.
So you can go to the Back to School Bash. It is this Friday, actually taking place at their East 28th Avenue location,
yes, ma'am.
right? What time does it start, do you know?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, the sun will be down. And then if you want to make those donations, whether it is the bottled water and fans or some school supplies, take them to the McCauley Avenue location. They'd be very happy to shake your hand and say thank you for the offering.
Yes, ma'am.
Great to see you.
Thank you, ma'am.
If you or a loved one have been harmed on someone else's property through no fault of your own, you have legal rights. We have been protecting those rights for many years.